You've all rested at the inn. There's only one big inn in Brunnogarte.
There's only one inn period in Brunnogarte.
Well, that's not entirely true. If you know a few people, there's like people whose houses are open to travelers, but you don't know any of them. But as you guys wake up,
I think I fancy myself a pint. What do you say, Ku? Shall I go down for the pint?
it's the first day of Florentild.
Why?
Do I know?
Oh, it's that. That's that.
It's that creepy flower lady
festival.
Flower lady thing? Oh yeah, I forgot about
I like
that.
flowers. I like leaves.
And actually, hold on. Before we get into this all the way, let's have someone do a recap so we can all remember quickly.
What Florentild is, or
Just about last session. I rolled an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Josh, what happened last session?
Last session we fought a creature and we won. I took damage, smashed the mirrors.
You did?
You didn't try to smash
I
mirrors.
tried to smash mirrors.
It didn't work.
I incremented my things smash meter by 1 because I counted the boss that we killed as a thing smashed.
It was pretty dead.
And then at the very end, we went back to the city, the tavern.
All right.
Recapped.
And you all took a rest.
greatly traumatized, may I add. It was a really scary moment of bones falling silently out of mirrors. And
I don't
Yeah.
remember why I got my shame guilt point.
Because you stole his cowbell, I think it was.
Yeah.
No, that was before that, I thought.
I don't know, but you deserved
Okay.
it after that.
Well, if you can keep track of the reasons for your shame, it's just a nameless shame. That's all.
It's a nameless shame.
I'm at 2 shame
Just
points.
a really vague sense of shame.
I'm sure it's in the recording of the
It'll
last
play into
session,
your-
so I just haven't listened all the way.
Yeah, neither have I. Couldn't tell you, sorry.
I tried. I just was busy and I was just like, I have to do things.
Anyway, I know we got a key and we talked to the guy and he's
You
like,
did get
Oh,
a
that's
key.
right, we did.
that's to the
gotta go
one
away,
guy's lead place in the middle of town.
Let's finish the recap real quick.
Also, this festival is the festival for the flower lady.
The
That's all I
creepy
remember.
flower lady.
Okay, recap done.
Yeah. The goddess of the
I
gardens.
just wanted to talk. I'm sorry.
And wells, technically.
Okay.
And
And
Will
what?
that halflings
And
want to
wells.
throw rocks down.
You know,
Wells.
I feel
Things
like I
you
need
have in your
to fall
yard.
into a well now.
there's at least 2.
Is his name Timmy? And is he stuck in the well?
I can pretend to be Timmy.
Let's throw her in the well.
You're not young enough to be a Timmy.
One moment. Let's get onto this real quick, so I can describe the scene so you all know where you're starting. Florentild wakes you up early. Early in the morning, you hear the town waits, or wakes as they're called, waking you up early with music, because that's part of their job.
Hey.
They're playing loud music, but people are waking up, and instead of being upset and grumpy like they are in the winter, they're really ecstatic because it's a feast day. This is a great day to be alive, and the streets are starting to be packed with people despite being empty when you first were moving around and going to the mansion yesterday.
So if the streets are full of people, it means the houses aren't.
anyway, when the DM
I know what we're doing.
And you guys are in the inn. It's pretty common. There's 2 floors. Most of you are on the 2nd floor, and has anyone woken up early today?
I want to.
Probably me.
Alright.
I don't think any of us
yeah.
had any choice.
Did any of you decide to accept the early wake up and do something
Yes.
instead of trying to fight it?
I'm pretty sure my guy is
I
still
might have fought
trying
it
to
a little
sleep.
bit, and then Ku had been
My,
like,
she's
still
probably
trying to
sleeping, then I'm like, Barilla, there's people outside. That means they're not inside.
Like a kid on Christmas.
and then I like jumped out of bed and be like, what are we waiting for?
She's really excited.
Yeah. Oh man.
You still got that key, we gotta go check out that lab.
Ah, we'll get there.
Well, so, most people, I guess, are going to start filtering down into the eating zone and doing the breakfast.
Flowers.
You know, there are flowers served. If you want, you can pay a gold piece and get rose petals with your meal.
Ugh, that's so expensive. I guess I have 135 gold, but still.
Oh, yeah. But it's like it's a big deal. Like, they have it on stock. It's on the menu.
Can I have just some, like, instead of flowers, can I have the leaves from the flowers?
You could probably, but you'd have to pick those off yourself, and that would probably take some of your time in the morning.
We'll shoot.
Can we go outside and start picking pockets?
Hold it.
I'll give you guys an hour. You know, there's a good hour.
Just let me know when I'm
Okay,
awake.
Burl. You know the plan. One of
I'm
us
awake,
distracts,
we'll do
the other one grabs the purse. We'll make our way towards the empty houses.
Alright, who's got the best sleight of hand? I got a +4. What's yours?
7?
Alright?
Yeah,
You
give
both
it a
roll for
I could do.
roll d20 and see if you can pick anything, because we'll just say that you guys could find an opportunity.
Alright.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
10.
it's 12. I got a 12.
Okay.
So you make an attempt,
average person.
and the person you bump into is just so happy they hug you, and they hug you so tightly that there's not really a chance because they hug you for way too long.
They probably thought you were
And so you just don't grab the wallet because you
Both
know
of
they'll
us?
see you. No, just her. You get an attempt and you
If so, I hug them
get
back.
close to a wallet, but you just can't really get a snatch on one. It was close, but you know, a lot of people aren't even carrying their wallets right now. A lot of it's just, some of it's just free,
Let's go.
just going around.
Well,
I think we should go check out the houses.
yeah, I mean, we're on our way to the houses, just trying to pickpocket people.
Okay, so what are other characters doing?
This is the
Why are you going
pickpocket
to the
adventures.
houses?
Because there's no one at the houses. We can break in and
It's
steal
just
the
becoming
stuff.
the thief adventures.
I know,
here.
right?
Yeah. Well, my guy's still asleep.
I'm
it
like
sounds
a
like.
lawful good
So
character. I don't
when,
know.
when he
guy
wakes
is
up, let me know.
She's, mine is chaotic good.
By the way, do these guys know about the 12-day flower-related holiday?
Yeah, we
I
discussed.
feel like my character didn't.
Oh,
You
those two.
guys, you know a little bit, not Nakia though. Nakia is very new to the region. As a Goliath, he's not used to living in
People, places.
basically no. But for recap, you would know that there are 12 days to Florentild, and each one has a different flower that represents the day and the meanings it has religiously. You also know that this is a huge deal, and this is kind of like the Christmas of the town, because in the winter, they don't really have a winter festival in Brunnogarte. Mainly because the mountains freeze over a bit.
I don't know what today's flower is.
The today's flower that you see everywhere, awkwardly so, are
At least I think so.
I hope it's like
daisies. Today's daisies.
out of hope.
Those
to
are
be like
supposed
a
to
neon
symbolize, for those
flower
who
or
would,
something.
are inclined to think their character would know, they're supposed to symbolize beauty and innocence and purity. And if you have any religious skill at all, you would know that this is the day of, they consider the meeting in religious tradition. So this is the day of sort of meeting and welcomes. And so if you came to town today, everyone's really excited to see you.
They're not going to be
do I know
so excited
anything-
tomorrow.
Do I know anything about that whole daisy thing?
You know a little bit, but you
You're
don't
a
really
cleric,
understand.
right?
You've never seen
Right, you're
the.
the Goliath.
You've never seen a Florentild before. You know, Goliaths don't normally celebrate it all the time. It's a little bit of a sort of a Western Yinsifian tradition, not necessarily one you find to the south, probably where you're from. You know, the great mountains of Yunborg, I think is what they would pronounce it as.
Well, proper procedure states that I should be out there saying hi to random people for no reason. So, I guess I'll go out there and say hi to random people for no reason.
Don't let me know when
kind
you
of
pick
hides,
a god, by the way, because that will change a lot of interesting things for me.
Warren kind of hides in the inn a little bit, lingering over breakfast for a long time because he's not open to getting hugged. Is anybody else hanging out in the inn
Is there
for
like
a
a
while?
stage in the inn?
There is a sort of a stage. There's a little opening. There's a wooden kind of thing, and otherwise, sort of. It's not really dirt, but it's dirt, and then they put things on it to make it nicer. So it's more like a carpeted dirt.
Okay, it's still
It's
fancier
not
than
really that bad though. Like it's pretty clean.
still fancier than what my guy's used to. So he like is still half asleep, and he basically like stumbles down the stairs and starts like playing his cowbell like he's performing.
All right, give me a performance check to see how well that's received.
Okay.
I mean, the innkeeper's fine with it. It's a pretty nice day for welcomes. It's basically open mic night. Only it's open mic morning.
Day.
I got a 22.
22? It goes on really well. People are loving this. There's cowbell, and that is their favorite.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Do I
like.
get paid?
It helps that some of them
Yeah.
are already
Do I collect
drunk
tips?
at this time of day.
People throw a couple coins at you.
Okay.
They're just really, really ecstatic for cowbell
How
today.
many coins do I get?
You get about. I'd say you get about like 7 silver coins, which is actually quite a lot.
Yes.
It's better than a day's work for a farmer, that's for sure. People are feeling real generous.
I ain't
They're just
farming,
throwing
though.
coins.
I'm gonna like
Okay.
a little bit harder than normal, like pat on the back, and like, man, that's a real good job.
I feel like we
I love that.
we start to develop some camaraderie there because anyone who appreciates cowbell.
Do you still hate me? I love cowbell.
Speaking of
It
camaraderie,
depends if my character
is
can
your
still remember.
character at all
My
the type
character's not
to
there right now,
approach and
Oh, she came back
to my
in
character?
to regroup.
I think me and Yala want to do a thing.
What do you want to do?
I was just saying hi to people out there because that's
Yeah?
Are you out there hugging people?
maybe less aggressively than some people.
Do you do anything religious? Are you performing duties like a member of the Clothwood out there?
Probably.
Alright.
Yeah.
People probably think pretty well of that. Give me a roll on, I guess, religion.
There it is. I got a 14.
Alright, that'll do it. People think, yeah, this guy's pretty legit and it kind of fits with the holiday. So, people will remember that. And so you just write a +1 and say, like, piety at the bottom of your page, because that might come up later.
What are you, a human?
Do people like? What
He's
are
a
people thinking
like
of you?
part
Sort of a half angel. He's a half human, half angel.
Asimar.
A celestial.
What
it's
do
called,
like
right?
people think of me when they see me? Because like I would
They think
assume
you're
that.
really
Does anyone
big.
on the celestial
Do you have any
planet?
sort of, paints or anything that
I
a Goliath might wear?
I don't have any paints, but my skin is all like it's gray, but it has like the markings, and I'm bald, and it's
Yeah.
a lot of markings all over.
So
my
a lot of
face.
people would be like, oh, he's just kind of a weird Goliath from down south. It's not the weirdest thing they've seen, but, I mean, children are pointing at you, and some are laughing. Some, some are scared. They're children. They're just having a reaction because some of them have never seen a Goliath.
It's okay, my character will love you.
And in their defense, some of those are gnomish children, and they're real smart.
Imagine the friendship between you two. How tall are you? 3 foot?
I am less than half his size.
So what was the action that you guys wanted to do?
You're gonna make a great look at.
We wanna kind of get
Stand on
past
my
the fact
shoulders.
that I don't know
Stand-
anything
stand
about
on
her
my
and think she
shoulders.
might be evil.
You guys want to role play out greetings and a hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
And let each other know how you're going?
We're eating breakfast, and I'm like, she's sitting next to me, and a part of Warren is like, Drow kill people, and he's kind of like nervous, but also we worked together yesterday, so he's not sure what to do about this. Hey. So
You guys want to just real quick decide on an
celebrate
action
Florentild?
and like
Celebrate
what your group's gonna do. If you're gonna split up, remember, I'm not
No,
working
but I'm
anything, so
religious,
the
so I
dungeons
know
will
a
go
lot
for 7
about it.
people.
Okay.
Me too, actually. I know that
Just
today
let
is
me
the
know
day
if
of
you
the
want
daisy.
to
We're on.
But
And your characters know that.
Okay.
how do you know about it?
I studied
Gallant.
religion.
So
I don't know. Do I have to roll for it or something?
Is
No, not
considered
necessarily.
dungeon
You can just
I
know
don't know
things.
if we should really go there very
Oh, I wasn't planning on going to the.
I studied it.
Yeah, neither was
I'm
I.
not- I
Very
was just gonna do-
intelligent
Houses
because
shouldn't be
I'm a
considered
noble.
dungeons, I don't think. I don't know if the laboratory
Do you say
is
that?
considered a dungeon or not.
I studied it. I'm very intelligent because I'm a
I'm okay
noble.
with that. I'm fine with
If anything, we can
Sure.
run.
Let's do it.
You're
Now we have dash.
Oh,
so
Let's do it.
nobles are kind of the most dangerous kind of drow because they're the ones doing like interclan murder. I'm like,
Okay, so
okay.
if
That's
my
our
character
plan.
is done playing the cowbell,
Don't tell him I'm
then
a
he would get
noble.
down off the stage and he'd be fully awake by now and realize.
he's not gonna disagree with you. He's like, yeah, sure
So
thing.
he's gonna talk to you guys and he's gonna suggest. I think we should go to
In the spirit of getting
out
on
to
a
the
round
town and
trip
ask some of the
it.
villagers about the missing kids.
We're
We need to
missing
gather some
kids.
He's like,
recon.
Yes.
So why did you
I kind of feel
That one's a great one.
take?
Yeah, that's what you guys would have been
Lord Radimir's
investigating in the
invitation?
mirrors and
Exactly.
stuff.
Okay, so I would probably know that. Oh.
Yeah, from the
Oh no, that's the
from,
reprise.
what's his name?
From
That dude that's like in charge of the. I would have forgotten by now anyway. My character would have
wanted
forgotten
to
by now
leave.
probably. So if you guys are cool with that,
My family anyway.
why don't you come with me and we'll investigate if you guys are still trying to get that
Did his
bounty
invitation
on
get all the way to the Underdark?
on finding the missing kids.
This will be us.
Wow.
Okay.
There must be an opening really nearby.
Okay, so
To the
we have some form of
Yep.
consensus.
I
The
know.
three of us.
Okay, that's kind of.
These two are just kind of off on their own talking.
Okay, you ready for this?
Drow could pop out of the ground at any minute.
It's just these two are gone.
That's spooky.
We've talked amongst ourselves, the three of us,
Kind of
and we're gonna go out into the city to look for
rebuild.
do some recon.
Okay, I don't think we were done that.
It's kind of
What?
slow.
I don't think we were done that.
Seems like.
Oh, sorry. You guys can keep talking. Carry on.
Go for it. Let's finish this up. Let's have Yala and Warren finish their conversation.
Okay, so there's the nerve-wracking information that the Drow city is possibly under our feet and could pop out at any minute, is what Warren is thinking about. Oh, okay.
So I just told her. What
That
did you
took
ask?
Lord Radamir's invitation to get away from your family because you're a noble, and like everything you say kind of makes him more nervous because you haven't actually stated you're not like other Drow nobles. He's like, okay.
Oh.
You're like,
Should see a perception check to see how.
he's like eating slightly faster.
Well, I don't. No, I guess I do want you to know that I'm good. I'm good. I said I wanted to get
We
away
do
from my
need to be a
family
lookout position at some point.
because I'm not like them.
She's like, let me get on your shoulders.
Oh,
Yeah.
true story. I don't think I've ever
I feel
heard
like
of
my
a Drow
character just
that
literally
doesn't
wants to have fun.
enjoy killing people.
You might have heard
right, you're
something
right.
about
Yeah,
Drow that like some Drow aren't completely evil, but that's kind of more of a myth
There.
in your eyes.
So like he's like he doesn't want to make you mad, but he's also like, really? How new are you to this being nice thing?
Well, I just felt
I feel
different.
like that's racist.
And then what's the
It
guy's
Yeah, it is.
That's normal in this world.
Yes.
Drizzt Do-Erden, I think, is the guy you're thinking about.
What?
Drizzt Do-Erden, the
Okay.
good Drow that others follow.
Yeah, I tell you about him and his
What if I could just,
history,
Yeah.
and you're intrigued.
I want to too.
Just
Okay. Conversation shut.
Man, this guy.
Okay.
Okay. High five. Character bonding. Okay. What were you guys planning?
We already
I
planned
was
it.
doing what he was
Okay.
doing.
We're gonna go.
We're out in the city.
I'm having what he's having.
We went. The three of
You
us
guys?
are leaving the tavern to go.
We want
For
to
the
go
end.
rob rich people's houses.
Yeah, so you guys are off doing your thing. We are going to do some recon because we talked about the common goal of trying to still get that bounty for the missing kids.
Useful.
Yeah, you have known that. I mean, you know it's going to be
Yeah.
My character
a small
just wants
fortune.
to have fun.
We don't really know why each other are doing what we're doing, but we're all gonna go get some recon and figure out if anybody knows anything.
All right.
So at least the three of us are leaving the inn.
Do we know which house is the alchemist shop?
You
Just
don't.
wondering.
You
Okay.
didn't stay just yet. As these three leave the inn, they're encountering a messenger who's a bit winded.
Okay. Okay.
And that's sent from Lord Radimir to help guide you to wherever you guys were gonna head.
All right. Well, we're not there.
Well,
Exactly.
what does the messenger say?
He goes,
We are though.
"Hello, I'm tired."
I'm tired.
I'm dad.
As a little slouch, he's like kind of a sort of a 14-year-old boy, and just kind of he's wearing like an outfit that's supposed to be like heraldish, and you can tell he's kind of the town crier. But there's not really many criers because it's not the largest town in the world.
Yeah.
And so he just kind of stares at you awkwardly.
Okay, so my guy is not in the mood because he just woke up and he's groggy in the morning. Okay,
He's
so
just groggy.
he's gonna intimidate the messenger to tell him what's up.
All right, roll for intimidation.
What do you want?
That would be a 19.
Yeah, he's terrified. He just kind of cowers there for a bit. He's just
himself
like,
against the wall.
what do you say? How do you intimidate him?
More of like what do you want? But
What do you want?
but like,
I'm supposed to help you find where you want to go.
so I'm like, out with it. Out with it. I haven't had breakfast yet. And
Taste all that and I'm just skin and bones.
that's pretty good.
He doesn't say much else. He's just scared. He has no idea what you want from him, really. You just
I just
said
wanted
out
to tell
with it.
me. I wanted him to tell me what he said. What he was coming to say.
He's like, where do you want to go? He might also be crying now.
Little fear tears.
I wish my cold dead heart felt something for him.
Well, okay, so having a change of heart, I'm a little taken aback because I was so intimidating.
Oh, wow.
Morning,
Character development.
morning grog is not a pleasant
not
grog
someone
to eat.
who I mean he is a good guy in usually, but when he wakes up he's
He's grumpy.
he's grumpy. So he says, I assume you're from Radagast.
He's like, what's Radagast? He's almost like worried. He's afraid you're gonna tell him like some kind of evil place. You know, like the depths of
Radomir. That's it, Radomir.
Lord Mayor Radomir sent me.
Grog also has trouble remembering in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know anything about these missing kids?
I know that one kid was seen being taken into the caves,
That's right, the caves.
and I knew that Hugh disappeared in the mansion, but you already checked the mansion. You can tell he's giving you everything.
Okay.
He does not know that you got a key from the mansion.
So-
all he knows is that he's supposed to take you wherever
So,
you mentioned it.
are we still out on the street?
You guys are out right in front of the inn.
Are there people walking around?
There are a few. Most of them are avoiding you because you look like you're group up to something, like you're doing something. So they're like kind of avoiding you because you're not partying.
Okay.
There's not enough hugging going on. You're all suspicious.
I just grab all of you and just go in a big.
Yeah. Having
Suspicion.
And I just wrap my arm all the way
seeing the
around
hugging
all
would
four of you.
probably hug them back. I feel like.
That's a hug festival today.
I don't know if
Like literally.
I don't know if Grog is against hugging.
Daisies
So
and hugging.
Well, you have to decide eventually. And right now, there's at least 3 people who might want to hug you. So decide quick.
I think he would grab the closest passerby, seeing that they're all hugging, would put him in a big bear hug and would say, "Tell us where the cave is."
That's my job. He's even more hurt now. He's like really, he's just like despondent.
Well, you had your chance, and you're not answering my question, so I'm asking somebody else. You'll have your turn after this, and I'm still hugging the other person.
You didn't ask
I
him
kinda-
where the cave
I
was.
kind
You
of,
just said, "What do you
lower
want?"
down
You're
there.
terrified
Don't
the
worry, little
child's
one.
process.
I want to know where the caves are.
Okay. He wants to know where the kids
From
are.
you. Not
right.
that guy over there.
I can take you to them
Okay.
really, really quick. Is this everybody, or I was supposed to guide 7 people?
I would just.
We'll follow them out.
Yeah, we poke our heads out at the. What do you want? Like that sounds like you're
And
strong.
you see me bear hugging somebody still.
And glaring at a 14-year-old.
Glaring at a little kid.
So I kind of like lean down towards him. Trying to console
Ooh,
him.
can I just like keep the villager with me, like in a bear hug, and can we take them with us? Because they could be our 6th person. Okay, no. So
Eventually, they start to get a little awkward. Like, okay, there's hugging, and now this has been like
Okay.
5 minutes.
So we
He's starting to get a little odd.
So we see them poking their heads out, right?
Oh yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, these people are with us, and we like usher them out, and I'm like, okay, that makes 7, because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you and that other random villager. 7 people. You said you needed 7 people.
And so the
Take us
boy
to the
makes eye
caves.
contact with the villager, and the villager's like, it's like, are you really with them?
I'm gonna intimidate them into joining us.
I don't think I'm gonna allow this. Just as a
It's against your nature at this
poor
point.
man.
Well, how would you do that? How would your character say that?
It's a good question. I'd probably like put my hands up and say like, let's leave the poor guy alone.
Fine.
Let him hug and have his daisies.
Fine. I like daisies anyway. So, can you take 6 of us to the cave?
Yeah.
Including yourself?
I was gonna say
I was inclined. I thought, I'm
Okay.
sorry. He's apologizing because he's still frightened. You thoroughly scared him for probably life. And so he's going to start leading you guys north.
Okay.
And as you go north, you get to pass most of the town.
Okay.
So imagine this, you're in sort of the lower foothills of the mountain, kind of that's where the lower portion of Brunnogarte is. And as you go up, you get closer and closer towards where the real mountain begins.
Oh man.
And you go by, you go through all these people, there's someone chucks daisies at somebody else. It's all in good fun because daisies are pretty light and no one's going to get hurt because
I feel
they're not very intimidating, are
so.
they?
Can my character like acquire like a daisy chain? You know,
You can definitely get a daisy chain. They are free.
I'm drawing it in.
Anyone
I'm
who
drawing
wants a
it in.
daisy chain can write it
Daisy
on their
chains.
character sheet.
Okay, I'm drawing it in.
Don't
On
They
ask
last
for them.
for
I
3
just
days
end up with 2 of
before
them.
they go
Like,
back.
people are just like, hug.
I'm gonna wear a daisy chain
oh
necklace
gosh.
around my around my arm.
Cool.
Official.
That's all they can fit.
Nice.
Practical reasons.
Oh goodness.
Alright, and so as you go up, you pass a lot of things you've seen before, and you sort of make a left when you reach the
Albuquerque?
old uptown well, which is still, there's a lot of people around there, but you kind of dodge the main party.
Well.
You know, there are fireworks going off, because people do have fireworks.
In the
And
day.
it's, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They're
And then they go,
they're magic.
you guys
fireworks.
start heading west, and then the ground gets a bit steeper, and you go in town for like a mile, and then you hit sort of you see all these openings in sort of the cliffs as the valley gets higher, and houses start stopping, and you start to see small entrances, and then eventually the houses are gone, and then you see a few of the caves that are long enough from town that no one's really walking there, and no one's really there anymore. All right. And so then I'll get to our pair of kleptomaniacs.
Yes!
That was a great walk.
It went pretty uneventful. This 14-year-old boy was shuddering most of it, but he made it.
It'd be great if I could
I
have
feel like he's gonna level up after this. He's gonna do, like, a life challenging events. All right, so
It's gonna be our arch
and-
nemesis.
Lots
And
of
Berl,
XP
what are
there.
you doing?
We're at the deserted houses, right?
Well, yeah, we're kind of
You entered
away.
the deserted sector of the town. Yeah.
Yeah, we're away from all the people, and I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I can find some house that looks promisingly
bro,
rich.
bro, what we have to do, you face one way, I'll face the other way, close your eyes, and then open them.
Okay.
First house you see.
Yes, well, I guess see how well the perception goes.
Mine's only an 8, so.
I got an 18. It's just a base roll, and then I'm adding what to that?
You look like a light bulb.
Would you? Sorry, you're trying to look for like a
19,
specific
you
house
successfully
next to
spot a
you, or
house.
you're trying to look throughout a lot of houses? 'Cause
I would say in,
there's quite a
yeah,
few, but I mean, this is a place that
Looking
is.
for an expensive house, right?
exactly something that looks rich and promising.
All right, I can do that, and I think 18 will work, but 8 definitely
Nope.
won't. They all look sort of rich to you, Q, because you know you're a gnome, and your family was not the richest.
It's true. That's what I rely on.
So you were just like everybody's rich compared to my past.
This is true. I've got the noble background too.
You have a noble background though, so you know people.
I know.
And as you go through, you're going to you go through some of the streets, you look around, you're like, that person's fake nobility, that person has lost all their money. You can kind of tell based on some of the things they've done with their house and how one roof is kind of sagging a bit in the corner. You know, a true noble would never allow such a
Oh no,
slight.
of course not.
And then you do find a house.
A house.
It's sort of abandoned. There's a few things off with it. You know, maybe one of the windows is broken, but it doesn't look like anyone's gone in. That just the expensive glass that most people can't afford is cracked in sort of a second floor, and you know, it looks pretty fancy. When you do see it, it's at least 100 by 100 feet, and for most people, that's a pretty big mansion. It's 3 stories tall. There's a garden, there's a small fake well there. It's just for decoration. And you can tell that means they're also like at least a little religious. Because, you know, you have a noble background, you would understand that, you know, that's sort of a feature nobles do, is they have some sort of like little shrine or altar in the front yard to show just how rich and pious they are.
Yep, this is definitely the one. Q over here.
Wait, we need to check the key just to make sure it's not the alchemist's house. I ain't gonna work today.
Alright, if you want to try the key on it.
I tried the key on it.
It does not work.
Perfect.
The key doesn't even go in.
Perfect!
The key's actually too big.
Yes!
Alright, so
Now we have to
What you
break
gonna
it.
do with the door? You gonna try and open it?
yeah, let's try and see if it's unlocked.
You don't want to scout out around the house. You just want to go through the front door.
One of us can go through the front door, one of us can go around.
That's the idea. Who's doing what?
All right.
What's the wager?
I don't know.
Who goes through the front door? Ready? Winner goes through the front door.
Winner goes to the front.
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors. You go through the front door.
I go through the
I'll
front.
scout.
Okay.
All right. Give me a check with your thieves' tools.
Me?
Her.
No, I'm
She's
not-
going through the
yeah.
front door.
Alright, I'm just scouting.
You're not actually picking anything, are you?
Alright, what am I adding to
I don't
this?
think so. I'm
There's nothing to
scouting
pick yet,
around
right?
to see if there's
Alright,
You know, there's a
so-
small rock fence that you could try to pick, but I mean, it's probably not going to work. There's nothing really to do with it, but you could always try.
no.
Alright,
I just
so
need to
I
scout.
roll a 20 and what am I adding to it?
Do sleight of hand.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 17
Planning the rugs.
plus 4 plus
Oh.
2 plus 2.
Rogue City.
There are gonna be rogues all over this house, by the way.
I bet
Great.
you're still traumatized by it. And I'm nowhere around.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, exactly. I'll have her test all the
I'm
next
sure that'll
one.
help
We'll take
a
your
lot.
stuff and leave you to die. Don't be crazy.
No, that is in her character, though. She could do
No,
it.
I
I'm
love
pretty sure I
people.
got the
just
door
don't-
open.
Just forget about them.
This is true.
So I got a base roll of 17
Priorities.
plus 4 for my sleight of hand plus 2 plus 2.
Oh yeah, you go right in. Yeah, you know, I mean, it takes
not
you a bit of
even
time. It's not a
obstacle.
simple lock. This is no peasant's lock. But you're used to this, and you have skills, and you're quite well versed with noble locks. So you get in the front door after about 5 minutes of, gentle playing around with it. It's pretty good, though. You know, for time, that could be a lot longer than you could have taken. So you have lots of skill there. Just congrats.
Yay! I
And
am
you
skilled.
enter the front door. It is that's a fairly common entry point. There's a large, pretty long hall. You know, classic. This is our long, glorious hall. This is where our suits of armor are. So, like, you can look and see, oh, these are big, they're heavy, and they're also cheap in case somebody breaks them. But they still look pretty, so they can complain when you do.
Alright, are there any drugs in this room or on the
There
wall?
is a massive, almost 20-foot long and like 10-foot
Carpet
wide
is
rock.
lava.
Alright, I'm gonna work my way around the rug and what... Yeah, are there any other rooms besides the hallway, or does the hallway lead down to the rooms?
Well, if you go about 20 feet in, you see a door on either side of the hallway, and then, other than that, there's another set of double doors at the end of this hallway. This is a show hallway. It's to show just how barricaded we are, and how, like, you have to go through the hallway of glory and treasure to get into the real house.
But she's not afraid of the gory and the treasure. She's afraid of the rug.
Aye.
She's definitely afraid of the
I'm
rug.
terrified of the rug.
So what are you gonna do?
The double doors look a little bit more promising. So I'm gonna work my way around to the edge of the rug towards those
Okay.
doors.
So when our characters finally
okay,
figure
there's
out
about a
exactly
foot on
how
each
prone to
wall
thievery
side.
these two are, our defense system will be rugs.
Acrobatics check.
Rugs
They don't
everywhere.
even need these
On the
chairs, just
stuff,
have
on the
regular
bed,
rugs.
on the door.
We make clothes out of rugs.
Yeah, we wear the rugs. You put that bell
My
in a
character
rug.
scouting is. Do I need to roll anything for
Oh yeah, you're about to roll. I'm just letting
Okay.
you get in and then do
Sorry.
something, and I'm gonna let you do
Excited.
your thing outside the house.
Cool.
I hate splitting
No,
the party
I
because it
wasn't
takes
there for that
forever.
whole thing. I heard her
Sorry.
scream. I was like,
You guys
she's
are
probably
my
fine.
favorite worst
Down to the
people.
basement.
Awesome.
It was a trap, and
So
so
you
I
go
wrapped
through,
it
you
up.
go to around the
tried
edge,
to
you go to
kill
the double
her.
doors at the end of the hall. These ones are
And
not
then
locked.
just Grog
Wait,
Do
started
you want to go
hammering
through,
it
or do you
try
want to like
and
listen at the door? What do you want to do?
I want to peek
That's pretty good.
inside.
All right, you
It costs-
slide the door open.
I
It
hurt
squeaks a
her
little
by 1.
because it's massive and heavy and unoiled. You can tell that
That's great.
it's probably not been kept for at least a month.
I'm
This
not,
is based
not
on
paying
noble
attention. I'm just getting
experience.
a reference picture.
Congrats.
Congrats. Hey, so as I'm open up the squeaky door and I peek inside.
Do you want to like make a full check or just a really quick glance?
Let's take a quick glance, make sure there's like nobody hanging
You
around.
see a really
in there.
big room, and there's a bunch of furniture in it, but you kind of pop back a little fast, so you can't get any details. But it did look like what you'd expect, a massive living kind of receiving room. This is the place where they would probably take guests to show off their wealth.
Alright, so go ahead and close that door then, and I'll work my way towards one of the others in the hallway.
All right. And before you can get into one of those doors or really do anything on them, we're going to go to Ku's turn, and you're going around the outside.
Yeah, I'm scouting.
All right. You just kind of just go around the house all the way and just give it a look-see, or what are you going to do? Like look in windows as you go, or
Yeah. One, to make sure that there's no one around. Two, to see if there's anything valuable outside. And three, to check in the windows.
Okay. All right.
So pretty thorough check.
You're checking. So roll me a perception check.
That's 11.
Yeah, it seems kind of normal. Big house, rich people, nice lawn. Even a month ago it was a nice lawn. It's pretty rich. There's little stone walls around. There's a couple hedges that used to be well trimmed. You just go around and it's just this sort of big box-shaped house, that you find in the kind of the middle of the city where the land is a bit kind of tight. But nothing really sticks out to you, except for maybe the well, and there's like a couple of copper coins in it. It's almost like they've been placed specifically, you notice, for like decorative purposes. Like they've literally placed each coin to make it look prettiest, and that's what you noticed the most.
Okay. Is there a back door?
There isn't a back door, just the big front ones. They probably have a servant door somewhere,
Yeah, I was
but
about
some
to
of those
say.
are real disguised, and you just couldn't figure out where they came out of.
Fair.
You kind of did it a little fast. You probably weren't really feeling it either.
Yeah. So can I take the copper coins and then go back to the front door?
You definitely can take the copper coins. That's 6 copper.
Yes.
That said, you do know that it's considered very bad luck to steal from a shrine.
You know what? I don't have any civic virtue, so I don't do it.
Okay. Let me
Someone
just write
stole
this
it.
down, actually.
That kind of thing just goes over my head.
Bad luck.
That's bad
One
luck.
tick.
Oh boy.
Do I put that on my shame
points.
tick as well?
No, that's not shame. That's Wrath of the Gods. It goes on Benjamin's tick.
Oh, okay.
So it's mine.
So good at this.
And that
character's
takes a
so
lot of
good
time
at
because you're
dice.
covering a lot of distance real
So
quickly.
is it our turn yet?
It is their turn now.
Okay. So are we at the cave yet?
You guys are at the cave
Okay.
entrance. You see a massive kind of, it's an opening. It's not like carved out of the mountain or anything. There's no formal door. But the one that the boy takes you to, have you asked his name yet?
No.
Yeah, I
No.
figured. And
I don't need to know.
a slanted pair of rocks that have kind of like hit, and then
So-
kind of there's an opening that's formed between them, and it just kind of goes in. You can tell it goes in deeper.
Okay. So before we go into this cave, I do remember something the boy said earlier, and that there were 7 people originally, and I'm like, wait, were there like 2 more people with us?
Would I have known?
Everyone here
there were
knows
2
that
more
there were
people.
7 people who fought the monster.
There were 2 more
and
people
were
fighting
kind of
that monster
considered a
with
group
us.
by Radomir, your employer. So your employer kind of grouped you all together after the encounter you had in his mansion, and so you kind of have the idea that you're considered a group to them.
My character says before we go into this ominous cave, I want to summon them. So I'm going to pull out my cowbell from its undisclosed location, and I'm going to play it as loud as I can.
All right, give me a performance check.
Okay.
How dark is the cave?
It's pretty darn dark. And also, there's a turn up ahead. If you have dark vision, you can see the turn.
Performance.
It's about 10 feet in.
Okay,
and
guys.
It's almost midnight black. If you
Hope for a
go
good
further
roll.
up, there's no light
Hope for a good
openings.
roll so we can get our party back
You know,
together.
like cast light on
Well,
like
they might just
part of the
ignore you.
wall.
Oh.
Cast
Just
light on
saying,
like,
they
the-
haven't successfully
If the
stolen
cowbell
it.
is loud enough, I remember when they tried to steal
In
it.
one
so-
moment, let's let this boy try his
They did try to
performance,
steal my
and then we'll
cowbell.
see what happens. And
I did. I did actually steal it. And then
So that's
keep going
a 14.
yeah, that's not good enough. You bang your heart out on this cowbell.
I tried.
You make a lot of noise. People in town maybe kind of
This is
like
why
hear
I
a
need
little
a magical
tingle.
cowbell so I
But
can
there's so
summon
much
them with my
noise and there's
thing.
fireworks.
Teleport.
There's just no chance that they could just hear the glorious cowbell over all this party.
Okay.
And so they
And now
they-
whatever's in the cave knows we're coming, so. that's the other added benefit.
Right.
Actually, I'm gonna cast light on my quarterstaff,
Oh, okay.
so I could be like Gandalf or something.
Nice.
Gandalf the Grey.
All right, you do that,
Lighting.
and that gives you how much light radius?
It is a 20-foot radius
That's pretty
and
nice.
dim light for another 20 feet.
Ooh,
Wow.
40 feet of visibility. Yeah.
And it lasts for an hour.
Nice. All right, so you guys just gonna head into the cave?
Let's at least scout the first little bit, just so we know what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I think we're
Okay, do
gonna
we
do a
just follow
perception
him
check
with
real
the
quick. On the
This is
entrance
pretty
to the
bright
cave.
lights. You can't really look
You
at
see
it
rocks.
correctly.
Ooh, are they smashable?
Or at least you can't.
There's probably one smashable rock.
There's one smashable rock.
It's in the cave,
Grog,
about 10 feet back.
Grog will go into the cave to smash the rock, and that's how we're gonna enter. It's all about motivation on your character. Yep.
All
Did
right.
he smash the rock successfully?
Make a run attack roll to hit
Okay.
with advantage because
Oh,
it's not moving.
what's the attack
It's a
dice?
rock.
Oh, it's a,
It's a rock.
oh no. It's a, what do I add to it?
Your dexterity bonus
Really?
modifier?
Really?
Yeah, because
I
that's your
was-
accuracy.
I have a 6.
Did you roll?
A 4.
Did you roll 2 times?
No?
Because you have advantage, right?
Oh, I have advantage. Okay.
You roll.
It's a rock.
That's a 21.
Yeah, you nailed that rock. Roll for damage.
It took 2 tries.
What weapon
Oh,
did you use?
my hammer, obviously. So it's a D8. Sorry, guys, this is taking forever. That's an 8 out of D8.
Ooh, an 8, huh?
8 damage to that rock.
The rock is... There's a clap. There's that loud kind of clanking sound. And there's
Again,
sparks
they're
that
gonna
come
know
off the
we're
rock.
coming.
And there's maybe a small crack in it. You did a pretty good job hitting it. It's a pretty big rock. It's about a
Sure
foot.
taught that rock.
I asked if it was smashable.
Yeah, it was smashable.
Oh.
It's about a foot-sized rock.
Okay.
But you can tell this was really solid stuff. Like,
Suspiciously
Probably-
solid.
it's more of a boulder, just a really small
I feel like
one.
this is the dwarf painting 2.0, guys.
Challenge the rock.
If you make everything a challenge against every
Can I
inanimate object,
intimidate?
it's not my
Can I
fault.
intimidate the rock before we go?
You cannot intimidate the rock. The rock is immune.
Okay, just
Like,
checking.
you still
Nothing you do
Skip
works on the
the
rock.
roll.
So you tried and
All
it
right.
didn't work. The
All right,
rock is
let's just
smug.
go into the thing. I was gonna increment my smashed list, but I can't.
Wait, why did you smash that thing?
Because it was
it's just
smashable.
rock.
It was just a rock.
I asked him if
not
there was
in
a
our way?
smashable rock
Yeah,
in
He
there,
wanted to
Just a
smash
rock.
something and he saw a rock.
but 8 damage is apparently not enough.
He's like, I need my
To
smash
damage the
fix.
rock,
It's only
so-
been 20 minutes.
All right,
If I
whatever.
punched it real hard, I could give it
All right.
damage.
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna be like further back, but I don't know.
Let's
if it's
establish a party order. If you guys are going in, it's not big enough for everyone to walk kind of flat.
I'm
So
not going.
I would probably be in first because I was going for the rock, but
Yeah,
I wasn't
I'll
really
probably
thinking
be
about the
behind
rest
him
of
with
the
my
things.
light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense because you.
Let me let you away.
I can go last because of my perception.
I go in front of you.
That works.
Okay, I'm behind Ben.
All right.
which one? Okay.
I feel
So
so.
You're third.
Yeah.
You're
So
third.
1, 2,
Oh wait, you can be
3.
third.
He's not. Oh yeah.
So we're not here.
What about the little guy?
He's like
Oh, he's gone.
He probably would have.
No, he's staying in the entrance. He's just like I'm gonna keep watch at the gate and.
Can I do another intimidate on him just real quick? I mean.
No, we're going into the cave.
Okay, we'll get in the cave. We'll get in the cave.
But with disadvantage because at this point his
whatever.
fear is kind of die. Like a part of him's died inside.
It's a 2.
His sense of fear. He's already.
It would have been a 6 anyway. So.
Already accepted death.
It would have been a 6 anyway, so we're good.
His fear of the cave is greater than his fear of you.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. So we have a party order.
You can do that, and or you could just tell them to come back to the inn, next morning or
I'm
something.
gonna tell him not to be here because
Okay.
it doesn't look safe.
That's fair
Because
enough.
I don't want him to get stabbed by something that chases us.
And you're probably still pitying him because of my intimidation. I would.
He seems really touched by this. You're a man of faith too, so he's kind of like you're the nice guy in his life, and you're just like you're his savior.
Good cop, bad cop. This is good.
And
Good cop, bad cop.
he kind of takes off. He's not running, but you can tell he wishes he was running, as he kind of skips, fake runs his way back to town.
Okay.
Walks really fast.
So we're 10 feet. We're 10 feet in to the cave right now.
You will walk 10 feet into the cave.
Okay. So can we roll for a perception check? Because I have 60 feet of dark vision, and
You
he's lighting
too.
stuff up.
But as you approach the turn,
Okay.
then we'll discuss what's going on in the cave, because I have a map of this.
Ooh. Okay.
Now,
That boy should go
you guys are
get
having
these two girls.
We are. We're in a mansion.
well, are you going to tell the boy to do that before he leaves?
Yes.
Tell him
He
what.
doesn't know where they are, though.
Just go find them. Just tell them if you see them.
He kind of gives you this look like,
Ooh.
you're asking me to do this on Christmas?
Go find short people. Go find short people.
The town is full of short people, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, if he sees them by chance, send them this way.
You said that to him, he got it, and you still ran off to town.
Okay.
Almost ran off to town. It was the closest thing to a run, but not running, that you could possibly manage. And it was really obvious, even though you could tell he was trying really hard to hide it.
This poor kid.
He's such a poor kid. I'm sorry. This poor kid, I didn't realize he was going to go through this. Now I feel bad. Alright, you guys see
950.
a large sort of octagonal room. This is the room you guys enter, and you come in from here.
Oh, neat.
What is our party to be represented?
Those little X's are torches. Everything in 10 feet of those is actually lit.
Oh, so I didn't need my light anyways.
No, we
Where's
don't
the-
need it.
You wouldn't have seen it normally because you want the mark?
Yes.
But why?
Because you said within 10 feet, so it's gonna be like.
Just gonna draw a little dotted line. It's only 10 feet though, so most of the room is still dark. You just see in the corners there's a couple torches and everything's sort of dim. But around you, there's 20 feet of light.
And then
So you can
20
see-
more feet of dim.
Yeah, so the whole room is in dim light.
Are the torches can we go get them and carry them with us?
You wanna try?
Sure.
You know, we
Alright, you go,
I
you can pick
slap
up a torch
someone
off the wall.
with my.
Which one do you want to take?
I am gonna take this one that's closer to me.
Alright, so go take it and remove its, or do you want to carry it with you?
I will carry it with
there
me.
you go.
Alright, so you basically have dark vision and, 10 feet of light.
Okay.
Of dim light.
I feel like that makes
as
sense.
well.
Do these torches look like they were recently lit, or are they pretty lit?
Recently lit torches only last an hour.
Ah,
So there's someone in here.
Somebody's in here, or someone lit a torch anyway. I mean, it's a party day, but probably not that kind of party.
okay.
Yeah.
And there are 2 exits kind of on the other side of the cave.
Uh-huh.
This thing is sort of more of a natural looking region. There's some big boulders on the sides of the walls, and there's just sort of one opening up ahead where you see another kind of faint glimmer in the hall, and then the one on the left you also see a faint glimmer coming from there.
So there's faint glimmers from both.
Yeah, both hallways have faint glimmers
Are
coming
there
from them.
are there any distinguishing features between either of the tunnels, or do they just look the same?
Yeah, as you look in the one straight ahead, you can see that there is probably another room coming up. You just can't make out any details.
Okay.
The other one, you're not really in a good vision to see down.
True.
Okay.
That's also
We should pick a
It's a
tunnel.
gross one.
Okay, yeah, what do you guys think we should do? Which tunnel?
You guys gonna go through. I guess I'm gonna give you guys one more room before we jump back to Team Klepto.
Okay, so which hallway do we want to go down? The one ahead of us?
You
Let's go
choose. You're
ahead,
going first.
because it's
We would probably go straight ahead.
Yeah.
So let's go straight ahead. Let's move our party up. We're gonna go through one straight ahead.
All right.
The one that we can see the other room through.
You see a light right here, and a light right here, and there's like a thing over here. People with dark vision can see a statue,
Ooh.
and there's some like pillars carved out of the wall right here. There's also there's a box in this room, as well as a cloaked figure.
Ooh.
Box right here, just in this corner. It's a pretty good corner.
Box.
And there's a man next to the statue.
Ooh.
Okay, upon seeing the man, I would have been like,
Decided that's what
hey, you over there.
I think
the
it's
face.
Klepto's turn.
Oh, yeah,
This?
you go.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I
Because
said
you were
gnomes
gonna
love
let us
names.
What's your first reaction
That's
on
awesome.
entering the room? We're gonna do your first reaction and leave it on the cliffhanger while we do Team
Yeah.
Klepto.
I would say,
Team Klepto.
you,
Team
like
Klepto!
ominously.
Okay, anyone else
Not
who's
really
reacting to
obvious.
that real fast? You see a man, if you can, and you have any sort of
I
vision,
think
which
we-
everyone does.
kind of in the back. So I'll let
I do a really quick perception check looking around, like, what the heck? 15 plus,
I think I might as
so
well.
17?
And I rolled a one.
You
I
see
don't pay
most of what I
attention
told
to
you.
anything.
It's, some of the walls are getting a bit more ornate, though. Some
My,
of these are a bit more human-made.
my light is kind of distracting me, and I don't see anything.
You know, you also note that this guy, he's actually carrying a large knife.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, Team
awesome.
Klepto, back to the mansion.
Alright,
What are we doing?
I guess it's me.
Well, I'm going back through the front door.
Alright, so then I would see you and I'd be like, there's
How
nothing.
you doing?
I'm doing alright. There's nothing at the end of the hall. Knowing my noble background here, all the good stuff is gonna probably be up where the guests can't go get it. So we're gonna have to be looking for like bedrooms or secret
There.
studies and things. I don't know, but it's not at the end of the hall. That's the
You
the
haven't checked
sitting
the other
room.
two doors?
That's what I need to. I'm working my way. I'll check this door. You check that door.
Okay. I just walk across.
All right, so she's taking the west door, you're taking the east
It'll be
door.
I guess
awesome
so. Yes.
Sure.
I guess that's what I'm assuming. I thought.
That's fine.
Mentally, I was
I
going
don't
west.
care. I've got no idea. Just
She's
one
taking
door
a
and the
little
other
longer
door.
because of all the rug dodging.
Yep.
It's like a
I
10-foot
don't.
rug.
You don't?
You can't
All
climb
right.
over
I'm
it
just
or
walking
anything.
across because I wasn't there with the whole rug
Roll
fiasco.
perception. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're fine. The rug is absolutely normal, and you actually think it's rather nice. It's real soft. A bit heavy though. You know it would weigh like a massive amount. So stealing it's probably not possible
Probably
for
not
you
gonna
two
happen.
combined. You'd probably need your whole group to take this rug. That's how heavy it would be.
I
But
don't-
it is a great rug, and you know
I could
that.
probably carry it on my own.
Someday. Someday.
All right. So who wants to go first? Who wants to do their room quick?
1,000
Or I guess you throw them open at the same time.
Sure,
Yes.
yeah, we'll put it at the same time.
All right.
Because
You
games.
open-
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
my
do
character
yours
loves
first,
games.
I can
I go west
lift
first. It's my
1,000 pounds
habit.
as well.
You open your door. You see.
Built it in my-
This is sort of the more of the study, the more of the library. This is where you have some formal meetings in, and there's a little desk sort of off, kind of to the north, and you've entered from the east side. It's a big box.
Let me pull it.
It's sort of bookshelf.
There's a couple bookshelves on the wall to the south, across the room from the desk.
Alright,
So you can look at the books, and like if you're standing in front of the desk, there's books behind you.
alright, I go over to the bookshelf and I start tearing off all the books to see if one of them opens up a secret passage.
All right. How am I gonna do that? Well, you throw a whole bunch of books off and nothing happens.
Dang it! How's it going over there, Ku?
What?
How's it going over there?
As far as you can tell, Berl, there are no secret passage books.
Dang it!
All right, and now we'll get to Ku really fast.
Yes.
You throw open your door, and you find sort of a meeting room with like a little table and chairs for what you probably understand would be like a little tea and get together, like welcome people in, and like this is some of the food places You know, if you're really a friend, like here's where you serve them some food, and there's maybe a cupboard next to it, you know, where you keep some easy snacks on hand for the peasant folk that you're not going to let go into the upper floors of the house.
Okay. Can I do perception check on things that I could take?
You can absolutely roll.
I am rolling. That's a 20.
Nice. So you see, hey, there's a bunch of nice silver spoons
Cool.
in one of the cupboards as you just go through this room. You're like, hey, I mean, the tea sets, you know, it's probably worth mostly just, you know, chump change. But you know the silverware, that takes metalwork. And even if this is the peasant zone of the house, which you probably, like, don't understand entirely.
Nope.
But you do know this is kind of like where your guests would be, so it's not the best stuff, right? You keep the best for yourself. And this is, so even if this is the poor people's zone, this is good silver. It's probably worth a bit to take, but it's also kind of heavy.
Can I take a couple spoons?
You can
Apparently
take-
my character loves spoons.
You can take a full set of silverware, spoons, forks, and knives, but it will weigh 10 pounds.
Can I just take like 2 spoons?
You can take 2 spoons if you want to. They will both weigh maybe about a half pound, so they won't contribute to your weight score at all.
Cool.
Cool.
I take 2 spoons.
All right.
There's something with
You take 2
me.
spoons and
How many spoons is that now?
I'm at 4 spoons.
write down
Okay.
2 fine silver spoons.
2.
I will tell you their worth later because you don't know.
Okay. And I say, nah, it's a meeting room. There's nothing really here.
It's a living.
Are there any like stairways anywhere? That we
There
can-
are.
Okay.
Next to the desk, there's a pretty small stair. It's,
By
you know,
mine?
it's sort of a formal, both of your rooms have a staircase going up.
Alright, I'll go up the stairs.
Yep, I'll go up my stairs.
Alright, you just decide to go up the
Is
stairs.
there rugs on the stairway?
Of course there are rugs on the stairs.
What do you think this is?
It's like small carpets all the way up that are individually placed, so it's almost even more expensive than a normal rug because there's a rug on every step.
So I'm gonna
Special
beat her upstairs. For sure.
I'll poke like each of the rugs with
The
my
rugs aren't that big. They're maybe like maybe at best they're like 3 or 4 feet wide and 1 foot long. The rug that, you know, earlier harassed
Attacked me.
you was about 10 feet by 10 feet
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
So these rugs would probably be on your range. You know you could take them.
I'll still warily like step on them as I'm going up just to make sure. Like I pause on every step to make sure it's not gonna do anything.
Alright, you go up the stairs and nothing happens.
Okay.
Experimental stabbing with the rugs.
I feel like it's gonna take forever to get through these houses.
Alright, and at the top of the stairs there are essentially 5 doors and a sort of jointed hallway that you see each other at the other ends of.
Okay.
2 doors on the left side, the west side, 2 doors on the east side, and 1 big double door in the middle.
Oh, that one looks pretty.
Wait, we can see each other from across the hall.
Yeah.
Because the hall bends back and goes together. 2 doors, 1 door.
Double doors first.
I think so. Are there any rugs leading up to those double doors?
The rug goes through the entire hall now. This one kind of bends too. It's a fancy custom rug.
Alright, well I don't think this one would be able to come up and wrap around me if it's bending, so I'll take my chances and go towards
Are you
the
sure
double
it could
doors.
be like a double kill rug? Like, take them both. One little curve for each person, you know? Who knows?
Who's not pausing? She's just going for the door.
Yeah, at this point, I'm more focused on that double door than I am the rug.
Escape from Rug Village. Okay. So you go to the first left one, or you go to the double one?
The big double ones.
Alright, that's more rug direction, but you go that way. And you find it locked.
Ooh. Hey, Ku, you want to test out your skills and open in this one this time?
Sure. So that's gonna be 22.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Well, you do get in. It takes you about 10 minutes. You know, there's kind of some probably backseat lock picking going on
No,
here.
you're doing it wrong! To the left!
No, because 10 minutes is a long time to wait for a bunch of very excitable small people. But eventually you throw it wide open and you see the master bedroom.
Ah!
There's a large bed, just one this time, and There are 2 cabinets, 2 large ones on each side of the room, kind of in the corners, but they're like half the wall. They're huge, and there's a small table on one side, and then there's like a small tub on the other. It's sort of a bath, but not full of water or anything. It's just this sort of ornate porcelain kind of bathing pot.
There you go.
I'm just waiting for like people. To
So I want to do a perception check, but at the same time as going to bounce on the bed.
All right.
Take disadvantage.
You go to bounce on the bed.
Yes.
Here, make me an acrobatics roll.
Cool. That's an 8.
You have fun, but I mean, this is not your finest work. All right, what are you gonna do?
Now that I know this is the master bedroom, I'm gonna go back and check the first door
All right.
on the left side of the hall, I guess.
You pop it open. This is sort of the maid's quarters. You always have to have a maid if you're
Oh, of
rich.
course, yeah, it's
And it's really simple bed next to the wall, and there's a little desk and a little table
what's
with a little chair.
What's in the desk?
You go to the desk. There's a drawer, just one. It's a maid desk.
What's in the drawer?
You pull it open. There's a small book on.
A diary?
It is not a diary. It is on the proper maintenance of certain like household objects.
Boring.
Like how to take care of things in an advanced manner for silverware or for porcelain or for chandeliers. It's kind of like a 101 how to be a good maid.
There we go.
This is really boring. Alright, what's in the other door?
Can I do a perception check of the room?
She can do hers now because that took you a little bit of time of disappointment.
Oh gosh, perception. That's 16.
So you roll a perception check, and as you go through all this sort of the big old kind of cupboards and things on the sides of the room, you go through drawer after drawer after drawer. Most of it's cleared out. It's most of it's empty. Some of it's probably just for show. You find a couple cheap pieces of jewelry that are more for sentimental value. You'd think, because they're not very shiny or anything. They're just like, they're made of clay or wood or something that's not a very fine material. You can take those if you want.
I'll take the wood one.
Okay, you take the wood one, write down a fine wooden necklace.
She feels kind of guilty because...
All right, add one to your shame and guilt table.
Because she can tell that it's sentimental.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. And so you're going to go to the next store, and then we're going to go to the cave and the real adventure.
Well, it's a 3-story house. There's got to be another set of stairs here somewhere.
And there's got to be, you think. So you throw open this door, and, well, you don't see a set of stairs. This one is the loo.
It was lovely.
There's a little chamber pot in the corner, and
You have to go to the
there's a
bathroom.
little, kind of almost a window thing that you could throw stuff out. Because, that's how you dispose of it. And so Ku would have noticed this earlier. There's sort of like a zone that's kind of like the walk under zone. And, it was sort of well kept, but, clearly nothing was really growing there.
Can I just take a dump in the pot and leave it there?
Your business is your business in this room. Well, we go to the cool adventure location.
Okay.
Question, can I get to the bathroom?
Go for
Where's
it.
the bathroom?
In real life or in...
You don't need no bathroom!
So, alright, so the great house looting is over for now, and we're gonna go back to the caves. At the far end of the room, you see a cloaked figure in black and with a knife.
Yeah. And I ominously said,
You also see a treasure chest of some kind.
Yeah.
And
So,
you said, you? And he turns around, or he or she. You can't really tell. They turn around, really.
This cloaked figure.
And they
There's a
turn
person in
around,
here.
and they don't really say anything because they probably didn't expect you.
So they're surprised.
What are you guys gonna do?
Okay, no good ever came from somebody in a cloak in a dark room.
With an abnormally ornate
Throw the
knight.
torch at.
I'd say abnormal, but I didn't say a very ornate
So
knife.
I would move into the room because obviously there's a pilot behind me. And then,
Yes, there is.
and then I would whip out both my hammer and my cowbell, as is my usual when I'm preparing for
Is that what you're gonna do? Just yank some stuff out?
Prepare for potential danger
That
because I
scared
don't know
me.
who that person is.
I didn't know
Okay.
you
Who's everyone else
were
doing?
there.
Following him, I'm unknown about the person. I'm just walking in.
Well, that's a blocked
guess-
doorway if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
For me, with
I
just
guess I can walk in as far as
Grog-Half
behind.
as he charges in with a hammer.
behind.
Yeah,
Will
I'll
I
sit
be?
behind.
Will I be the one that
Also,
finally asks?
I'll just
Who are
be
you?
walking in.
Can I look behind?
Big old man, just Goliath, just walking right in with your glowing staff.
Target if I
haven't
saw
noticed
one.
Guess he just did not notice me like taking out my weapons and.
All right,
I just heard you saying you and like, wait,
Can I look
there's a
behind
person
us?
here?
you absolutely can roll perception.
After I'm like halfway in.
Just to
What is he
make
doing?
sure.
He's also rolling perception.
It's 15.
15. Down the hallway, the other door you could have gone down, you see there's a lot of maps to cross-reference.
Because I rolled a
Thanks,
2 for my
guys.
perception.
Hey, it's not our fault.
You see the light that was glimmering down the hall was a pair of torches.
Okay.
Just sort of in the middle of a hallway that opens into a bigger room, and there's about, it's about a 20-foot hallway.
There's just about a hallway and then some torches.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess, am I gonna be the one to be like, who are you?
Is this what you're gonna do
Yeah,
with your, I guess, your surprise round?
yeah. Well, we're not just gonna attack some guy just because he wears a cloak.
That's fair enough.
Everything else is racist.
I was
Turn
just
that guy around, by the way, because he's looking at you, or she, or it. Frankly, at this level, I'm not sure.
I think it's a cowbell dressed in a cape.
Surprise, cowbell! And
It's an animated
they
cowboy.
spit out a few words. Some of them.
Mimic
Does anyone know any exotic languages?
Orcish.
I know giant.
Dragon.
Celestial.
I speak abyssal. I'm just kidding.
Pretty sure you don't.
Elvish.
My other character does.
So yeah, you don't understand the words he's saying. They're a bit harsh.
The difference.
I know Dwarvish and Elvish.
Yeah, neither of those. So you know it's not a language you guys know.
That's quite a lot of languages that is the
But it's not
It's
those.
down.
process of elimination.
But they hiss something out in those languages, and then they say, "Who are you?"
Ooh.
It's kind of like a startled, terrified, desperate "Who are you?" But you can definitely tell that's what they're saying,
But we asked.
and they say that in common.
I'm Jeff.
You give him the wrong name. I like that.
We're looking for the boys who were kidnapped.
And this person, in response to that, they're like, "What boys?"
Yeah, I'm not one for dialogue, so while this is going on, I'm just walking over to this. I'm scooting over to this thing.
Okay,
I don't want
you
to
move to the
I don't
chest.
want to take over the dialogue, so other people can go ahead.
Can I be opening the chest while they're talking?
He's like, "Don't touch that." And you can tell it's a man now.
Okay. What are you gonna do about it?
Gestures aggressively with the knife.
I gesture aggressively back with my hammer.
You're a cowboy.
And the cowbell. And the cowbell.
Roll initiative.
No, what? Don't let this guy take this over. Wait.
Too late.
He's offended the person. They're ready to stab people.
I don't know what rolling initiative means.
Roll a d20 and then add your
7.
dexterity modifier.
Oh, dexterity. Okay.
Do we all roll initiative?
Everybody in the room rolls
7.
initiative.
Which is not staffly.
Sorry, Warren.
19.
I had
Mine's a
21.
12.
This person's a bit outnumbered.
There's like a 21 and a 19 and a
This poor
12.
person.
I don't know. You never know with cave people. Well, interesting.
That's never
They rolled
good.
a 17.
DM says interesting
Shoot!
race.
All right. So who goes first then? In
So
that case?
you got a
21?
21? She's going first.
I got a 19.
And you got a 19.
All right.
I got a 7.
Yeah, you're going last.
I'm second last because I got a 12.
Anybody,
I'm the
anybody
closest
roll
Well,
a
hi. You
17?
don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
closest
those two are
to
over
him too.
17.
Like,
Yeah,
oh
those
wait,
two are over
there's a guy
17.
here?
Okay.
Oh, I'm Jeff.
So you guys get a chance to do something as this person gets the knife ready, and you can kind of tell they're gonna make a move. You can just sense that they're moving.
We don't have to do this. We don't have to fight.
It's not your turn.
now.
It's not the turn.
It's too late now.
It's not your turn.
Just love how me and you are like the troll characters.
I'm gonna punch it.
You're gonna go punch him, so move up.
Because I think somebody has to have.
Move up to his space.
Oh.
Well, I have to say it now because if I say it after she
Whichever one
punches
you
him in the face, it's not going to do anything.
Well, I don't know.
Unfortunately, dealing with a party also means dealing with violent tendencies.
Yep.
All right, you're in range. You're gonna make an attack roll. You're gonna use another weapon or just punch
Wait,
him twice?
it has a knife?
This man has a knife.
I'm gonna take the knife and punch him.
Give me a contest of strength.
So,
In your case, though, you can use dexterity. So roll a dex check. In fact, plus sleight of hand.
Index?
Andex?
No, your
Is
dex
it-
goes into sleight of hand.
Doesn't it? Yeah. the
Yeah.
dex was- so just do sleight of hand bonus, whatever that is.
That's in your.
Slide of
Whatever the sleight of hand skill says.
okay.
Let's start third from the bottom.
15.
Okay, and they roll. Yeah, they actually lose that one. You quickly just yank the knife out of their hand in a way that shows precision and skill that most people can't manage. Probably, due to your kind of your monk training. You just are fast, and this person was not expecting it. So you now have their knife. And what are you gonna do?
She's gonna punch him.
Punch him.
All right, roll the attack. Roll the hit.
I'm pretty sure that's called a stab.
Takes the knife and like, no.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Crit fail. You're gonna punch this person. Just dodges. Like,
Okay.
you just miss them flat out, and they just kind of like, they're just so shocked that you stole it,
Right?
you knocked them out of the way of your hit.
But it's a critical fumble.
Yeah, but it's accuracy
That's
fault,
crit
not
fail,
like,
but then your
damage.
percentage
you would get
Yeah.
dagger back at least or something.
And her saving throws were really high.
We'll
so
see.
then it was just like fumble.
But like, she failed the rest of her turn, like,
That's true.
she doesn't get another anything, so I think that's pretty solid loss of things for a critical fumble. It's not like she was trying to do some fancy task of like stabbing the right spot on a wall. It's just taking a knife and then trying to punch somebody.
What, did she fail the knife take then?
No,
No, no, she failed.
She got the knife.
She's like too
Failed the
excited
punch.
and like, yes, I can do anything.
All right, and so now it's your turn. You see this go down.
I think I'm just gonna sit here and wait until he like makes a move towards me.
Okay,
I'm just gonna chill.
Just gonna
that's
get
fair.
some body block.
All right, this guy goes. They roll. Ginny, give me a dexterity.
10.
Shoot. Okay, well they do plus. Well, they match that, so this person does yank their dagger back. But that's their turn. They just, you fight each other for the dagger, and they end up with it.
Give it back.
That's not what I was expecting. All right, next people in order, I guess.
Warren.
Warren puts his hands up and pokes his head out and goes, "We don't have to fight. Can we not do this?"
Roll persuasion.
He was gonna say
He has
persuasion.
really bad. He has really bad. Alright, persuasion on all of you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, darn it. Okay, -1 because my charisma's so bad. So it's 17 instead of 18.
Oh.
This person's like,
Oh, I thought you
stop
were gonna
attacking me!
I would if I
And they
could,
kind of like
man.
flinch back and like
You're my
pull their
character,
robe
want to
up a
fight
bit.
more.
They're both like, I'm spooky, I'm big, don't fight me. They're not big, they're about like 5'5".
Okay, so I'm next, right?
Like, I've only got so
that
many
on
hands.
7. What are you?
Unless you want to do another action.
Well, I'm rolling persuasion on all of you.
What's that
guys.
bonus? Like, I was assuming that could be your bonus action. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I'm trying to persuade people to stop.
Fair enough. Your turn.
They don't even roll? I got a 17.
It's based on your ability to persuade them. I guess if
When they
Well, we can consider me as persuaded because my next move would have been intimidating the guy anyway. So I'm going to intimidate him.
fair enough. I figured most people would choose their character and how they would react because
I'm going to move towards him. I'm going to move towards him, seeing that he isn't very good at, maintaining his dagger at all anyway in the first place. I'm gonna come to him and be like, okay, you
He does seem very
tell us what's going
intimidating.
on right now.
all right, roll intimidation.
Okay.
He seems like a small person hiding in a big cloak.
But it's not bad. It's 16.
All right, let's see.
I'm just hoping to like.
Yeah, they feel like okay. So they're successfully intimidated. They immediately their action is just their reaction is jumping back like 5 feet because they're like, it's a half-orc.
Racist.
She does not have dark vision, and you can tell they only have the barest hints of what's going on, mainly because of the torches that were there. But that I don't know. It seemed like a spooky atmosphere, probably.
What a way to spend Christmas, am I right?
Full light.
No,
I was in the middle of the room. The whole room was lit.
You're intimidating the
So I
guy.
intimidated him. Can I move back? Now
You
he's
can try and
mean to
persuade him to
Ben.
give you knowledge.
That's true.
As the rest of your
okay.
Because you have to remind Ben.
Hey Ben, the whole room is like lit.
Yeah, for you guys now it is, but you could tell that originally it was not.
Okay.
And that's the point. Is
so can he?
He was not focused on the half-orc.
But for the rest of my turn, could I move back to the churches and try
You
and
could
try and
definitely
open
move
it?
back, and
Or would that take too long?
that would take the rest of your turn to move back.
All right, then I'm just gonna try and persuade him.
Okay.
Well, at least I don't have very much persuasion, but
Yeah, well, that's
we'll go.
life.
Charisma, don't let me down.
Crit.
Oh,
Crit
Sorry.
something.
It's more fun when you
18.
crit.
15, alright, that's pretty good
Not
actually.
crit.
What do you say? What do you say to persuade this man?
The same thing I said when I intimidated him. Like, tell us what's going on, or else we'll smash you.
Alright?
And I will add you
It's
to
like,
my special
no
talent.
smashing, don't do that! I heard the call. And he gets this far off look. And he stares at like the statue for a bit. He's like, the call. And like kind of gestures widely like this.
I'm gonna
Oh my
like put my
God.
stick in his face and try to like kind of blind him for a little bit.
I feel like I'm one step
He does it like, first you stick the stick in front of his face and he's just like, the call. The stick goes by and he's not noticing, and then after a moment his eyes come back, he's like, stick.
It's like it's a
Poor
really
guy.
bad
I mean,
stick.
here he
Like,
is
it's
just minding his own
like a
business.
40-foot room.
He's getting
It's
threatened.
surprising how out of focus he was, like. That's not normal.
Okay.
I feel
Are
sorry
we
for this
still in
guy.
like the turn order, or
You know, at this point, he's successfully intimidated. No need for turn order. Everyone can kind of move as they
intimidated,
decide.
persuaded? I mean, like,
You guys did really well. I'm surprised that you took
so we
those.
asked him, can you tell us where, or can you tell us what you're doing here? Oh, we already asked that.
Shaking begins, and there's the look like you.
What's the call? Call what?
It's the call.
What's that a statue of? Oh, can I
The
do
caller.
what? Let's do a perception check on the statue.
Yeah.
We are all, our eyes
Everybody
are
roll
definitely
perception.
all
I
drawn
guess
to the
they're gonna
statue.
perceive it.
Not at all. We're all gonna percept it.
About this?
You can roll religion if you want to, because that will be better if you
Well,
want to.
that was useless.
Okay,
7.
fair enough. You know it's some kind of religious statue. And I'll explain it in one moment, as I explain what it looks like to everybody. But you do know it's religious.
Okay.
So mine would be 13.
I have a 13 as well.
Alright, you guys get 13. You see the statue. Oh, yes?
16.
You got 8.
16 and 8. Okay.
So,
So Warren gets the best view. Warren sees this, and everyone else does, this ornate kind of figure, sort of, how can I describe this in human terms? Sort of like an octopus, if you will. There are 6 tentacles, kind of, and this sort of like almost Hindu like positions of the hands. And there's a human-ish face to it, but the face is sort of missing a few essential parts, like noses and, eyes.
Oh, jeez. Do I know what it is? I know what it is, but does Nakia know what it is?
Nakia does not know this at all. This is not a Goliath thing you would have seen. And, you think that Dorben would think this is some kind of, classic cult statue. There's a lot of cults in Indian Scythia, and this is probably one of them. Good words.
I'm gonna ask the cloaked figure if I can have his chest.
He goes, not my chest!
Can I smash
It's
it?
for the call!
Can I smash the chest?
Roll to hit, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, I'm
Do you know
asking
what it
him.
is?
Can I smash
No!
Okay, hold
You
on.
can have it, I just want to smash it.
Wait.
Not
Somebody.
smash. He seems like rather like a normal person, just exasperated with what you're doing right now.
I think that's how the whole party is.
Okay, stop. Okay, what is this creature? Is it a god? Is it
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what it calls.
in your mind? Is
Where
it
else?
telepathic call?
In the soul.
Somebody else take a turn. I'm not getting
Are
anywhere.
you like a priest?
Where?
Can I open the chest?
So for the as a question of are you a priest, they stare and they're like, no. Like they're just like, I'm not a priest. They don't understand why you would ask. You want to try to open the chest?
Yeah.
It's locked when you try to open it, and the person's like
And you don't
kind of
have
shakes
the
a bit
rope.
like, why are you trying to open my chest?
Can I cast Detect Evil?
Roll. What is there anything you have to roll for detect
I
evil?
have no idea. I'm pretty sure I just see evil presence. Should have looked at this.
I'll give it to this. This person is not inherently evil, but there's a lot of evil magic around them.
It's kind of a doofus
And
that's very
specifically-
into this cult, whatever's going on.
Is the chest emanating any particular evils?
There's a little bit of evil coming from that chest.
I wouldn't open that chest if I were anyone.
But what if we need to? What?
Really bad?
Okay, so
Okay,
Hold it in.
so have you seen anybody else passing through this cave?
Only the called.
Okay.
where?
Who are you've
Because
seen
we are
other
the
people
called.
then? Other people who were called, and you've seen them come in here?
Yes, they all came. All those called. come.
I'm gonna say we were called too.
You were?
Where's
Praise.
where do we go?
This is what the statue thing looks like.
Wait, what?
That's not what it looks like, but that is a funny statue.
Okay, so
Remember, they're tentacles, not claws.
There's kind
okay,
of
so I was
tentacles.
like, where do we go for the call?
The person,
Oh, jeez.
this, I'm gonna call him a cultist because they look and sound like a cultist to you. They get this look like, did the call not tell you?
An essential orc skill is like mocking people by imitating them, so that's what I'm doing. So like, but he doesn't know that because I'm just.
Well, let me roll something actually, because that brings suspicion upon your soul. Yeah, I felt it though anyway. Their response
Does
is
the statue looks like my
oh, deeper.
Ooh,
Deeper.
ooh. Okay, I'm gonna say the call told me to smash the chest, and then I go smash the chest.
He knows that's a lie. Because he's like, the call would never.
Okay, I'm gonna smash the chest though. So
But the call is different for me.
Call is not your
It's
fault.
not, doesn't work that way.
How do you know?
Because I've been called.
Well, what if you said you're not a priest?
Oh.
What if we're the priests?
Oh.
There are no priests among the called.
Okay, so what do I roll to smash the chest?
Roll the hit.
Okay.
This is getting real weird.
17.
Oh.
17, yeah, you hit the chest.
Does it smash? That's the question.
Roll damage, we'll see.
Two plus what?
Your strength plus proficiency, so 2 plus 2 plus strength modifier.
So 9.
So 9 doesn't count. Yeah, you hit that chest real good. Did you want to break the entire chest or break the lock of the chest?
I don't think it's any particular thing. I just need to smash something because my smash count
Alright,
hasn't
you smash the lid open of the chest and in, and something glass breaks.
So that's 2 things smashed.
What are you gonna do then? You gonna bring your hammer out?
What?
You gonna bring your hammer out of the chest?
Yeah. I'm not leaving it.
It's covered in black oil.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's the black oil stuff.
What did the call tell you to do?
To go deeper. And this person actually, like, just starts gazing afar off as you've broken the chest. I think you've pressed a button too far on them. They're kind of like zoning out a bit, but they're getting more, like, breathing is getting really, like, crazy.
Smash him with your poisonous thing.
No, what?
Hey, Ben.
Just because he looks like he's gonna have a breakdown doesn't mean you need to hurry and kill him.
Or no?
He's not helping us.
No
I know.
eyes, and
No eyes, but something similar?
there are no tentacles coming from the mouth, per
Oh.
se. But the tentacles are for the arms.
Okay.
Kind of like, one's like this, one's like this, the other ones are like that. It's kind of fancy.
Okay, so
like
I'm just
Thunderman or
gonna,
something.
now that I've done what I came to do and smashed the chest,
Well, can we see what's left of what was in there?
If you want to, you give it a check. This cultist is kind of out of it for a moment.
okay?
Roll, yeah, you don't have to roll anything. There's a broken glass bottle, and there's a whole bunch of oil leaking in the chest. There's a couple, like, spare cloaks that are black cloaks. And, there's, like, a couple torches, and that was mostly it.
Ooh, can I...
And now they're all covered in black oil, because it's been smashed, and it's leaked all over the chest.
Nobody touched that.
So I was gonna put on a cloak and then pretend to be a cultist. Let's go. Okay. So I am going to, after having smashed that chest, I am going to start saying the call and then like leave the room and start going the other way.
Alright, roll for, give deception? Yeah, roll deception. Because you're trying to trick this cultist. And, I don't know if it's gonna work. I think you're gonna have to roll disadvantage because you broke their chest.
So I roll again?
Yeah, roll again, take worse.
They were the same.
Alright, well, what was it?
13.
13?
Roll 11 plus 2.
Oh, I do deception?
Seem that
Dang, you're a deceptive orc.
he's very charismatic.
That's true.
Mine's 4.
Alright, well,
I got a +5 deception.
well,
I
the
have
cultist
plus
doesn't do
7 sleight
anything
of
because they're kind of
hand.
in shock.
Jeez.
And they just kind of
6
stare at you
persuasion.
like, why? As you
And
leave
5
the room.
stealth.
Okay, so my guy is leaving the room,
I have 5.
saying the call, and then
My athletics.
Is anybody joining him in his endeavor?
My
Because
athletics is
they don't have to roll at this point. The cultist
You're
is still in shock.
Me, I'm just
My
leaving.
intimidation is only 2. I'm not very
You can all just leave.
I'm gonna stay here for just a second and
so
try to talk to him.
My
See if I can
investigation is
talk to him
4.
anymore. Like
Alright.
I think I was
My investigation is 0.
take him by the shoulder.
I don't have any
What
zeros.
do you mean go deeper?
I know, right?
Deeper.
That one
Down the hall.
In history,
Down the
are all
walls.
zeros.
My
Deeper
lowest
into
are
the
1s,
caves.
and that's on animal
Is
handling.
that where the other called
insight,
went?
Medicine and
Yes.
survival.
The call is to deep.
I
Go
have
deep.
+3 for survival.
Go
There you
deeper.
go. You can help me.
So why are you hanging out in this room and not doing
I'll just ride on your
that?
shoulders. I really want to ride on your shoulders now. I feel like your
They
character
give
doesn't
this
even
sort
know
of
me
look
yet.
again, like they're not sure why you were
hear
here,
you.
but like the call spoke to me, spoke to watch for the
I
unfaithful,
didn't
have
write
no
it.
way.
the uncalled.
Well, I can carry it.
Well, we're definitely called, so no worries.
He was
There you go.
charmed or something.
I'm sure that I'm around. We can look it up. I don't
Oh,
actually remember what page
it's
I was.
9:50.
It's like, let's try to keep moving the story along. But
Is this a
About
good time to like
46.
hold back till the rest
Alright,
of the
we'll
party
keep
shows
on.
up?
Can we Team
This is a
Klepto
good
just
time
one
to,
more
like,
time
team up.
before we all
No,
disband?
Party.
Okay, Team Klepto can do their thing.
so is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So what are you guys gonna do?
So
Finish
he's
this cave off so we can do Team Klepto, and then we can kind of
Okay, to
do a
finish
little
the
brief.
cave off,
So I weigh.
I invite the guy to
Probably
come
around
with
40 to
us
45 pounds.
I
deeper.
can carry you. No,
Maybe
you
he
can cover
can
it.
be our
Yeah,
guide
I'm like
in some
slightly
way.
over 5
Just
feet
say
He
tall.
seems kind of
Or
harmless.
3 feet tall. I'm slightly
I think
over
we
3
could
feet
take
tall.
him.
Maybe.
Ask him if
I
he's
can
seen
carry
the
up to
Inception
170
movie.
How would Warren ask this man
We must go deeper.
to do that?
I can carry it.
Well, we're going deeper. Why don't you just come with us and answer the call?
Did I show you my character? I showed you my
Alright.
character, but
Okay.
she's
Alright.
14. She's
Roll for
14.
a persuasion,
Oh.
because this is gonna be an interesting one.
Oh,
If this
no.
goes off.
She's
It's
my
4.
half.
You don't persuade them, they
She's
kind of,
14.
the coldest gives you this look and
She's
it's like,
99 pounds and 5 foot.
shakes their head and they just look back at the statue
She
and they're just kind of
has a
lost in
greatsword that's
thought.
taller than her.
But
She picked up.
it's clear they're not going
But
with
she
you.
can.
Okay.
She can lift
Well, I don't
her
wanna be
head
alone
up
in
to
the
20
dark.
Start down
pounds.
that hallway
So,
and
well,
we're
we would-
gonna
well,
when
we
you're there.
So he said that we should wait for the rest of the party,
Yeah.
and so we would be pooling in that main room.
Okay, so you're gonna go
This is
to the main room.
We're just gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
Kind of. You're gonna take like a short rest there or
My
something.
DM's
And
pretty
Yeah, I think so.
just
But
wait.
yeah, I can
That's where we're
lift
gonna
over
call it.
1,000
Fair enough.
pounds
Alright.
and
Back to
push
Team
towards around
Klepto.
2,600.
This is your time, Team Klepto.
We've not got much of it, so.
Well, you know, when you go off on your own and there's only 2 of you, you get less time.
Alright,
Hey, but
so.
we're having more fun.
It's true.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
You didn't have crazy coldest party.
Yeah, that
That's
was
true,
pretty.
but I found silver spoons.
There are 2 more rooms that you haven't gone into.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to go open one because I didn't see anything in the master bedroom.
All right,
I
which
have
one?
them.
The one that's the furthest, kind of down the hall, or the one closest to the stairs?
The one closest to me.
You were in the master bedroom. That's the one that's sort of the furthest away from the stairs.
Okay.
All right, you go into that one. There's a set of stairs.
Perfect.
They kind of spiral up in sort of a spiral of richness. There's there's like a balustrade that goes up to, and there's like little ornate like brass things on it, but they're kind of like nails and things put into it to make it look prettier.
They're brass.
They're brass. They're cheap brass.
I thought you liked bronze.
It is bronze.
Bronze and brass are different, but
Yeah.
slightly.
They're pretty similar, also.
As a brass player, I know this.
Hey, Berl, do you want to check the other room while I go upstairs?
Hold on, I gotta finish my business.
Well, I'll meet you upstairs. I go upstairs.
All right, you go upstairs and you
We're
see
dealing with harsh realities.
it's a small hall, and there are 3 doors, one on each side and then one at the end.
My mother always taught me to go choose the right, so I will go left.
The cow.
Okay, you are eating
good.
the cow. So you're gonna go left, which is all right. So you pop right in, and there's it's a small observatory. There's a little it's not a little, it's a pretty big window that's closed right now. You know, there's kind of shutters and things, and there's like a little telescope of sorts. It's pretty fancy, it might fetch a price if you were to take it, but it is heavy. It would weigh about 5 pounds. And you know they're not common, but they're probably worth a bit of money.
Maybe I'll take it.
Well, decide fast. We have limited time to loot this house tonight.
Ah,
I'm just
I don't
kidding.
even know how much I can
We
carry.
can't
decision.
do because we gotta go.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, you take this and add it to your treasures and add 5 pounds of weight.
This telescope.
Yeah.
Can I do perception on, like, looking out the window?
You'd have to open the shutters. You want to do that? Open shutters, look out the window? Alright, you do. You look out, there's a whole bunch of abandoned houses you've already seen, and there's part of the grounds. And it looks out on the road, actually.
Cool.
That you came in from.
Perfect. I leave it up.
Cool.
Go out.
Alright. And,
Alright.
14-year-old
I'll give her...
house is the house.
As you go through the rest of the rooms, there's nothing of worth. There's a small room for a guest, and then there's a small kind of like storage room. And if you wanted to, the storage room does have a few interesting features, maybe, for you. Like, there's a couple, nice gold cups. If you'd like, this is where the good porcelain's hidden away.
Wait, it's porcelain?
Porcelain with gold leafing on it.
I'd be afraid that it would break.
It might. Do you have anything safe to carry it in?
I don't think so.
So are you going to leave it or try to take it anyway?
What is it called?
You have to roll a dexterity save every step you take.
I don't think that much, but you're definitely going to do it going out of the house.
I'll ask Berl if she wants it.
What do I want?
That's kind of cool.
Some porcelain plates with gold leafing on it?
I'm looking for bigger stuff.
Cool. Alright.
Don't tell her about the
So
telescope.
you finish your business.
Yeah, I finished my business. I'll
You're
just
going to be
leave
able
it
to scout the room next time. And you have scouted the upper floor.